Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Avnee Paranjape. I'm going into my third year doing a Bachelor of Arts in English and a Bachelor of Science in Biology. And I've been involved with Engineers Without Borders for about a year now. I've just been a member at large, and I've really enjoyed the year I've spent in the Regina chapter. So I'm just going to start by giving a brief introduction of what Engineers Without Borders Canada is, for those of you who don't know. I'm sure many of you do, with a lot of active chapters in universities across the country. But Engineers Without Borders Canada is an NGO, or a non-governmental organization, that's comprised of professional engineers, students, volunteers abroad, and numerous supporters from other disciplines, such as myself. And this organization is focused on human development in rural African communities specifically. So EWB Canada was founded in 2000 by two University of Waterloo mechanical engineering graduates named George Roeder and Parker Mitchell. And it was originally founded with the intent of forwarding human development through access to technology, but the focus of EWB Canada has shifted since then to include a broader appreciation of all the complex issues that are involved with promoting human development. So essentially, human development has remained a key focus of EWB. We're just approaching it from a wider lens now than we would have 13 years ago. Today, EWB boasts over 35,000 members across the country. We've got over 2,500 volunteers in Canada and over 300 volunteers abroad. We've also got supporters from numerous other roles, taking on roles like board members and staff members. So this totals out to about 50,000 members, participants in that EWB vision across the country. And many of these are found in 34 chapters across the country, both professional and student chapters. So what is this EWB vision? So I'll talk a little bit about what our beliefs are at EWB Canada. We focus on confronting and eliminating injustice, and in its place, promoting human dignity. So we believe that to effect change, we must motivate ordinary people to take action. And by motivating these individuals and enabling leadership in various regions and different roles, we believe that we can produce systemic change. So instead of simply band-aid solutions, we're looking at solutions that modify that system that produces these injustices and imbalances in human development. And we also must acknowledge that the path to development is very complex. We have to negotiate really complex tensions and competing ideas. And finally, turning more to the engineering side of what Engineers Without Borders Canada is about, we share a belief in creating and promoting socially minded engineers. So ensuring that the engineering community, that's you, is aware of its potential to effect positive change in the world. So EWB, how we operate is in cooperation with local organizations and communities in Africa in order to ensure that we're promoting human development in the most efficient and effective way possible in that context. So what I mean by that is that human development is essentially developing human capabilities. So this can be done through technology, but it can also be done through other solutions. But whatever solution we implement, we realize that we have to integrate that very carefully with regard to the sociocultural, economic, and political context of that community. Now, EWB, we also operate using our own vocabulary. So our major projects, we call them ventures. And our ventures in Africa are focused on three main goals. The first is providing rural African communities with access to clean water. The second is promoting systems that allow local farmers to generate a livable income through their small farms. And the third is accessing infrastructure and services in those communities. So in Africa, we have 5 main ventures. One of them is a water sanitation project in Malawi. We've got an infrastructure project in Ghana, and 3 agricultural projects in Ghana, Zambia, and Burkina Faso. But we don't only work in Africa, we also have Canadian ventures, because we understand that the decisions that Canadians and that the Canadian government make have both direct and indirect implications on human development in Africa. For example, EWB Canada is involved in lobbying the Canadian government to make policy decisions that will lead to a healthier global community. We also partner with engineering firms, companies, universities, and other organizations in order to promote the potential of the profession. We also, related to this is the idea of engaging and educating youth in our universities. So getting the message out to engineering students, as well as students from other disciplines like me, in order to let them know about what they're really capable of, and I think that's very important. So I'm just going to talk briefly about what our chapter's involvement is in one of these ventures in Africa. It's called WATSAN, and that refers to the Malawi Water and Sanitation Team, which is one of those 5 major ventures in Africa. So one of our chapter alumni, Ali Malaro, she went to Malawi Avnee in 2011 to work on this venture, and she worked at the district water office. And the goal of this office is to provide clean drinking water to everyone in the district through the installation of water points. And she focused on the placement of those water points within the district, which is really no easy task because there's a lot of complex things you have to think about. So her role was really ensuring that no villages were forgotten or left behind through a sophisticated data collection and presentation system. So she was responsible for tailoring that system to that particular community and eventually building a new database based on the databases that already existed for other communities. So I think Avnee's work really illustrates how EWB operates at that nitty-gritty level in order to ensure implementation of broader ideas. In this case, that broader idea is the installation of water points. But using these databases and using her skills that she learned as an engineer, she helped to ensure that that installation was done effectively. However, Watson itself does not actually install or repair the water points. Instead, it works with local organizations, which is a main facet of what EWB is about, in order to increase the capacity, influence policy decisions, and change how the system itself functions in order to enable efficiency. So that's all I have to say. I hope I've got some of you interested in what Engineers Without Borders is, and thank you for your time.